Okay, next we're going to add a legend to our plan. Once we do the legend, we're also going to add a title block to the plan. Now the legend is going to detail the symbol information that we have on this drawing. If we go over to the EasyScape toolbar, you'll see Draw a Legend here. If we click on that, it opens up a dialog box where we can set several values. We can change the font, we can set the font height. We have several different values to include on the legend. If we want to number each symbol and place that number on the legend, we can do that. I'm not going to select that here. Okay. Now, if we have a large variety of symbols, what we can do is we can change the number of columns that appears on the legend. So if we have a legend and we want 100 different symbols to show up on there, we could select, say, 3 columns, and that would adequately give us enough room to display all of those symbols. Okay, in this case, since I only have a few, I'm going to select one column, and I'll click OK. Alright, so here's my legend. Now you'll notice what it did is it placed it off the page. If I want to drag it into the appropriate position, we can overlap some areas of that. It really depends on your personal style where you want to place this. Now let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, you'll see that the drawing, it doesn't take up quite all of the paper here. And even if I reposition the legend, it still has a large amount of paper here. Now if we go up to the toolbar here, you'll see that the paper size is currently set at 8.5 by 11. The drawing scale is 1 inch equals 20 feet. Okay, we can click on this and select a new scale. Okay, now we can come in and just keep selecting scales until we get the right one. But we can also click on the Auto Scale Drawing button. And what that does is it figures out optimum scale for this page size for this drawing, and it places it and centers it on the paper. So what it did is it changed it back to 1 inch equals 20 feet, and it recentered my drawing along with my legend. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is add a title block to the page. We'll go over to the EasyScape toolbar and select Draw Title Block. Here we're going to get a dialog box where we have several different title block options. I'll select the one I want and click Next. I've already entered the information here that I want. When I click Finish, it applies that title block to the page. Now if I decide later on that I want to, say, move this legend out a little further and do auto scale drawing, you'll notice currently it says 1 inch equals 20 feet. If I click auto scale drawing, okay, now we go in here, it says 1 inch equals 30 feet, but it doesn't quite fit around that page. So what we'll do is just go back up to the Draw Title Block option on the EasyScape menu and just walk through the wizard one step at a time, and it will reapply a title block. And you'll see here that it is now updated to 1 inch equals 30 feet, and it fits to the page nicely. And that's how we draw legends and title blocks.